We all knew that Taylor was being watched, but now Taylor knows it too. Hi, hello, and welcome. My name is Addict. The live stream updated, and that means a lot of new information, and most importantly,
So useful.
so without further ado, let's get into it. First of all, let's start off with the biggest thing. Taylor now knows that something is wrong. There are a lot of small pointers to this. Her to-do list now says music homework and backup computer. This could either be because Taylor wants to do a full reset of her computer to remove any malware, or because she's scared someone is going to delete her files. Also, her teddies are stacked up on the bed, looking out the window. This indicating that Taylor is somewhat paranoid. One of the messages that appears on Taylor's computer during the livestream is also from a friend, Avelpix, asking, "Hey Tay, did you ever figure out what's up with your computer?" Also, Taylor has this on her board, a paper with the Morse code we hear from the song Tuned Out. But there's a problem, it's wrong. This says tag you lit, but if we put an extra space in it, it becomes tag you're it, like we have deciphered in the past. And I don't think this is here as a hint for us about the Morse code. I think this is here to show us that Taylor hears these weird things too, and is trying to figure out what is happening. We have ourselves a little theorist on our hands. Welcome to the team, Taylor. If you're not convinced that Taylor actually knows what's going on, I understand. I was skeptical too, but that was until I saw this. That's right. Taylor will look over to her computer every time a weird noise appears in the song, clearly showing us that Taylor also notices. Agree or disagree, there are still a lot of things to get through, like this piece of paper. Before I spoil it, I actually want to suggest trying to solve this one by yourself. I'll even help you out with a clue. This is called a hexahue cipher. It's kind of fun trying to find some secrets yourself, so if you want to do that, skip to this time frame. But if you're still here, I will go through it. As I said before, this is a hexahue cipher, a cipher that has an alphabet made up of boxes with 6 colors in them. Deciphering this gives us this code, but as you can see, this doesn't really mean anything. But as we do first with any list of random letters, we put them into a Caesar cipher decoder, and sure enough, we get this link, with anididophobia being the fear of constantly being watched by dogs, which is very funny given the circumstances. Anyways, clicking the link leads us to... Yeah. I honestly cannot remember the last time I've literally been trolled on the internet. Well, moving on. On Taylor's desk, we have a paper with some musical questions and a book beside it called Beat by Beat, written by Sarah Sulfur. Now, this is not an actual book. This is actually a hint for us. Beat by Beat is a song from the album 1337 or Lead, with a hidden code in the end. This got dubbed by the community as the marimba code, and we hear a similar one in the end of the song Become Whole, from the album Memories on Repeat Plus. Now, the name of the author, Sarah Sulfur, is telling us that this is a sulfur cipher, a cipher method that uses musical notes to hide messages. But to decode these, you need a key, which is where this paper comes in. If you answer all the questions on this paper, you get treble, D major, in eighths, and 3/4. Now if we put this into the decipher with the code we had from last time, which was I hope you're listening, we get the exact code that plays in the end of Beat by Beat. Now, if you watched my last video, this might confuse you, because from the infected video, we also got what seems to be a key for a sulfur cipher. Now the question is if this was a red herring or if it's actually used somewhere else. Now, we also have news on the timeline, but before we do that, we will do a quick fire round with a lot of the smaller details. So welcome to 10 things you missed in the latest Lord 5 livestream. Let's get into it. In Taylor's trash can, we have a newspaper clipping from the Chicago news outlet, the Daily Herald, saying, "Local boy's backpack missing." This supposedly being Gregory. One of Taylor's photo has fallen behind her desk, maybe indicating a fallout in the friendship. There's a yearbook confirming that Taylor attends W. Dixon High School. The picture of the weird creature from last time is gone and removed with a note that says not to look out the window. But don't worry, our weird friend is still here, hiding in the books, and he has another weird friend now. At some point in the live stream, the camera will blink in Morse code saying, "I spy with my little eye," and the colored lights will blink. Perfection is timeless. At some point in the night, a car will pull up to the window, a man will step out, stand for a bit, get into his car again, and leave. We can see Taylor has downloaded the program Maxton. It seems they downloaded a virus and an antivirus. I don't really understand what this means. At one point there's a track that's downloaded, which is just a bunch of numbers. But if these are decoded using hexadecimals, it'll say, "Why he Erpel?" In the description, there's a code which gives us these letters. I have no idea what to do with these, and it doesn't seem to make any sense no matter which method I try to use. Glitch tracks. Yeah. And don't think I didn't notice that red leather jacket. Man, if that doesn't deserve a like, I don't know what does. Anyways, there are some very subtle changes in the room, like us being able to see the date from the other ticket being the 22nd of June, and the board game from 2019 that accidentally made it into the room is also gone. But much more interestingly, the books have also been changed, or at least one of them have. The book Looking for Alaska by John Green has been removed and replaced with the book The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. Now you may be asking, who cares? First of all, rude, and second of all, this is actually kind of important for the timeline. The book Looking for Alaska was the latest item that was present in the room, being released in 2005. This meant the story had to take place in at least 2005. But this book being removed tells me that they didn't actually want the story to be set that late. Now, none of the books on the bookshelves is set later than 2003, meaning that the story probably takes place in 2003 or 2004. This also makes Taylor's age 14 or 15. With that updated timeline, the only thing missing is talking about all the messages Taylor receives during the livestream. As I said before, we have the messages from Avalpix, but Taylor gets a bunch more, like from SSJ Kev, which asked Taylor if they ever left that comment like she said she would. This referring to the conversation we saw in the infected video, which is actually a common thread amongst these messages. Like Seffi saying that Taylor should do Timmy's panel, even though she declined last time. We also hear from Timmy, giving Taylor some help for improving her drawing skills. Now, very interestingly, we also get messages from Kate, who in the infected video asked Taylor to make the entire group project alone. But this time, something is off. Every time we see Kate's messages pop up, we also see them get corrupted and changed into a more negative message, like "received my section from you, thanks," turning into "I never got it," and "oh my god, my section looks great, thank you, heart you," turns into "Tay, I don't want to be that person, but I haven't gotten my section from you." Now why this is, I have no idea. Maybe the hacker wants to manipulate and isolate Taylor. But with that, I don't really have any more to say about the stream. Again, there are some things we haven't figured out, like if the wallpapers mean anything, what the code in the description is, or if Taylor is getting back problems laying so awkwardly up against her desk.
Oh, my back!
But these are all questions for another time. For now, thank you to the subreddit for all the help finding clues for this video, and last but not least, thank you so much for watching. Bye and farewell.